Nah, bro, you got it.
You remember? Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
It's the brothers of GMS Virginia coming back at you again. In the spirit of Pali Yahweh Shemel Shai. Before we get started, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash.
The honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well.
That's right.
Being examples to the flock, you know, which is the reason why we give them double honors, because the scriptures talk about it. Those who continue on in the work, you know, render unto them double honor. So that's therefore through the Spirit, it's necessary for us to do so. But shalom to the elect out there, you know, men, women, and children of Yahweh by Shemel Shai, granted that'll be granted salvation in the troublesome times to come, you know. But it's gonna be a lesson just through the Spirit. It's a reproof and a rebuke, you know, just based on men that have become effeminized, you know. I think the brother had the title of Jake has become pussified, in the sense of, you know, they become pussies, in the sort of the teachings of Esau Edom, you know, because even their fear of the Heavenly Father has been taught, you know, by the ways of Esau Edom, the precepts of men, you know. Even you know, when it comes to Christianity, that come as you are, man, and that's a heavy thing too. Yeah, most of these niggas in this fucking church, man, you know, that play on these organs and play these instruments and guitars and they sing in the choir. Right. Most of these fucking niggas are effeminate as hell, man, to the point where it's sickening and you don't even want to look at them. You had that one.
Who's that motherfucker?
You probably thinking exactly what I'm thinking about. I don't like men no more. You talking about that nigga?
Motherfucker dancing like James Brown these days. What is his name? Kirk Franklin.
Oh yeah. He a Billy Bad Bottom, you know.
Yeah.
You know, on top of TD Snakes, he's a power bottom, you know. But just shows you, these men, you know, and the things that's been taught to the Israelite men, and they take it on as philosophy. You know, even your quote unquote working man. You know, what does he do? Oh, I'll work just to make my wife happy. I get my check and I go home and I take it to my wife. You know, which it's not a bad thing to do certain things like that. But your woman probably fucking off with your money. She's not using your money how you would see fit. Now, it'd be a power couple if you going out, you get the money, you give it to her, and she take care of the needs and the necessities that you're telling her to take care of.
Exactly.
But it's the complete opposite, you know. When they say happy wife, happy life, you know.
Bullshit.
And that's something that people have learned from Esau Edom, you know, because he's always been in the spirit of just letting his woman run over him, you know.
And his children.
Yep.
You know. So like if I may, you can sit back and watch these devil movies, you know, Esau would have a daughter and shit, you know, and the daughter calling Esau all types of bastards, I hate you, this, that, or the other. And what do fathers do?
Yeah.
Look, honey, I'm sorry, I was big. No. You let my kids say that shit.
Calling him by his first name and shit.
Spirit world. Spirit world.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm dead ass about that. You know, that mentality has been ingrained in Jake because Esau likes to push that bullshit, you know, through his witchcraft, his movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us Jakes don't go over Esau's house and actually see these things. We actually see it in movies. Yeah, right, you know what I'm saying? We see it in TVs, we see it on the movies, you know, we see it in the media, but we don't actually witness these things in reality. You know what I'm saying? So, by that respect, we'll sit back and we'll bend our ways to conform to Esau's ways. And in that, we have become weak. The Israelite man has become very weak, very effeminate, in that, you know, he'll sit back and let his children run all over him. You know? He'll sit back and let his woman do whatever the fuck she want to do with his money, his house, his property, his children. You know? A lot of these men have actually sat back and allowed this devil to actually rule their households. When in fact, you can't even go to their house or rule their households. You know? This is a very wicked kingdom that has effeminized a lot of you Jake men. You got it, bro. You got something?
This Jeremiah 2:33. It says, "Why trimmest thou ways to seek love. And what's our ultimate ways? The Lord, you know, is only dealing with the nation of Israel. He's made a covenant with us, and He's given us law, statutes, and commandments to abide by. So what do those things do for us? They teach us how to conduct ourselves with our family, how to deal with our women, how to deal with our children, you know, and how to move in a way that's conducive to life, you know. But the Lord didn't give them law, statutes, and commandments, and because of our disobedience, we're under them. So what do we do now? We do everything. Well, Jake does everything, and we were once like that before too. You know, scriptures talk about how we were once Gentiles according to the flesh. You know, keeping this man's philosophies makes you a Gentile, and that's one of those things that we're teaching to Jake. You know, once we came down to the point where we're under this man and we're keeping his ways, you know, we completely remove ourselves from the ways of Yahweh Shmi Al-Shah. We read this one more time. This is where Jeremiah 2:33. It says, "Why trimmest thy ways to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways." You know, and we I forget what that scripture is, but it says that we've surpassed the deeds of the wicked. You know, of course He forwarded the affliction, and He put us in a spot where we can perpetually sin. And we was like, oh, we gonna maximize this. You know, we gonna do everything we can to sin to our fullest potential. That's why the scriptures say we're wise to do good. I mean, how we're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. You know. That's what the Israelite man is these days, and a spirit like that ain't gonna make it into the kingdom of heaven. You know, you got it, brother.
Yeah, you know, a lot of these Jakes would rather do evil than good.
Yeah,
you know, it's much easier for them to do it. It's much easier for them to do it. Why? Because they're appeasing the flesh. Yahweh Shemi Yahushua has put a perverse spirit in the world. You know, and that perverse spirit caused a lot of these men to become very weak. You know. Extremely effeminate. You know, because even in the world, you know, a lot of these men. Now don't get me wrong. You know, you do have your mighty men out there. You know, that's about it. But for the most part, a lot of these men that actually rip and holler about how mighty they are actually effeminate.
Yeah.
You know, they would want to rather turn left than to keep right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
I got a precept. If you ain't got nothing. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and 13. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and renounce corruption. You know, that's what we're out here doing. You know, informing you Jakes, you know, to put that weakness. Oh, let me get that. Let me continue. Verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, and cast away the burdens of man, and put off now that weak nature. And that's what we're trying to tell Jake. You know what I'm saying? To put off that weak nature. You know? Because this wasn't how you were supposed to be. This is how you turned out because of how this devil created you to be. You know? Here it is, you got women that's got more fucking testosterone than men.
Bro.
You know? The food system is fucked up. You know, and that's flipping everything on its fucking head. You know, it's turning you men effeminate and you women masculine. You know? A lot of these men are being raised by mothers. You know, these wicked mothers don't even let the sons interact with their fathers. Why? Because of some wicked thought that they got in their head, you know, that fucked up control system, you know. Because there are some good fathers out there who want to take care of their kids, but being in this system and following under Esau's laws, he can't do shit. That weakens him. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, a man who would want to spend time with his child, teach his son how to be a man. He got a fucking demon stopping him from teaching his son how to be a man. But then again, the same demon will wonder why kids are robbing her the same age as her kid. Exactly. Well, because their mothers refuse to let their fathers be a part of their lives, well, now their kids are robbing you. What the fuck you think your kid is going to do to their parents? You know what I'm saying? It's an endless cycle that Esau Edom has craftily devised. You know? A system of perpetual destruction among you Jakes. It's a perpetual thing.
It is.
Passed on from generation to generation to generation to generation, just so long as the men continue to be weak. I got another precept, if I may. The book of Mark, chapter 3 and verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods except he first bind the strong man.
And how's that been done? You know, through feminism. You know, and then what? You know, women's liberation, where you tell them, oh man, you can get your man out of the house, and we'll give you aid to help you further. You know, whatever goals you got. You know, and Esau knows that. Through women came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So what did he do? He was like, let me get the man out of the house, and then from there I control the women, I control the generation to come. You know, and now I'll make it hard on this man, where working is hard. You know, going to college is hard. You know, being stable is hard. So therefore, what does he do? He resorts to something that may just get him locked up. You know, people don't really take into consideration the things that Israelite men have to go through in this society. Unless you're an Israelite man, even women don't consider it. Women just now starting to consider the things that Israelite men go through in this society. You know, everything else is made readily available for the women of our nation, for every other nation except for the Israelite man. You know, but it's all good. You know, you better believe in the kingdom. Those things are going to be reversed. You know, and we're gonna make it just as hard. Which we know it's only we're gonna make it just as hard for you, man. You know, because the scriptures talk about rendering unto him double. You know, you've done a great job. Ultimately through the Lord, you know, you've done a great job, which we can't take none of that away from you. You know, he's done a tremendous job when it comes to
doing his job.
Yeah, destroying the nation of Israel. You know, but one thing he was hoping wouldn't come to pass is the elect being sealed.
The prophecies.
You know, because now that shit's coming back and kicking you in your ass, man.
He did not consider the prophecies, bro.
Yep. You consider the latter end. You know, and that's why scriptures talk about when there is no vision, the people perish. You know, ain't nobody's a visionary, but the prophets of Yahweh Shemiah Shah. That's why the prophets are who the Lord's dealing with directly. You know, and we're able to tell you these things. Salaki.
Nah, I mean, you good.
Spirit took you know how the spirit through.
Yeah, kind of. You know what I'm saying? The spirit goes wherever it goes. And then he will spoil his house. You know, like the brother was going into. You know what I'm saying? You got to bind the strong man. You know, here it is, the women being the weaker vessel.
Right.
You know, who is also turned into Esau's spy.
Yeah.
You know, in the household.
In the house, yeah.
You know, allow this devil to come in and actually infiltrate our family.
Completely infiltrate the family.
Infiltrate our ways of how we deal with our children, how we deal with our women, how we deal with our wives, how we deal with our food, how we deal with everything.
And we talked about that, open it up. How that all come about? Through television. You know, because the time throughout like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the television, the series, and the movies that were portrayed, that pretty much molded the American people to what they are today. And that's pretty much just a weak-ass family structure to where children just do whatever they want. You got all these shows like the Simpsons, Married with Children, you know, Seventh Heaven, you know, all these shows would just made the man, it just showed the man to be weak and effeminate. He really don't got no say so. He just a lazy bum who sit down with his hands in his pants, and he really don't got much to say. So you women take the charge, you know.
Talking about, hey, Peg.
Yeah.
Hey, Peg.
God. Yep. To the point where even the Simpsons, you know, which man, a lot of black, quote unquote, a lot of Israelite households didn't let their kids watch the Simpsons, you know, just because of the simple fact you had Bart. He going off and he called it Homer. What's he calling him by his first name? Yeah, Homer. You know, he's just a fucking tyrant.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a little badass nigga, man.
Yeah.
You know,
that motherfucker need to be.
Yeah, kill that nigga, man.
Erased.
Yeah, kill that nigga, man.
Erased off the cartoon board.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to erase that motherfucker with
They had an episode like that when they
just erase that motherfucker off the fucking storyboard.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all true though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these men have been pussified. You know how the father said on Friday. A lot of these men have become pussified.
Pussified.
You know. In terms of you Jakes, you have become Esauified.
Nah, real talk.
You know.
Real talk.
Esau has actually led you away from your path.
Yep.
And trust me, he's done a beautiful job, like the brother said earlier. He's done the best job of getting you Jakes to go off the way that he has.
The scriptures say, I believe it's in Job, where he accomplished a diligent search.
Yes, he has.
You know, he realized, and he kind of he'll take his time with it too. He'll be like, all right, well, this plan is going to take about 10 years. Let me do what and set up certain things, you know, in order to get this generation to where I want it in 10 years. Like, this man's got patience when it comes to his wickedness, man. You know, that's why, hey, man, we got to have that patience 10 times more for our righteousness, you know.
You see, but it's beautiful though. You know what I'm saying? It's because even the devil knows the scriptures. So Esau knows about, you know, reincarnation. So you know, he's got patience. You know. I can't tell you how many Donald Trumps there's been in, well, that spirit has been in the world. You know what I'm saying? To make all of this happen.
Yep.
You know, how many of these Edomite spirits that were in league with each other to make this day happen.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So Esau likes to play the patience game. You know? He's a skillful hunter.
Yeah, that is a part of that. Yep. A part of that hunting is you gotta know when to say certain things, when to refrain from saying certain things, when to hop out, you know, and let them know it's real.
Yeah.
And when to kind of conceal your emotions. And that like you said, that hunting is a skill, you know.
Yeah.
And he's become skillful at hunting the souls of men. You know.
That motherfucker sit in a tree for hours.
Yeah, I love it.
He'll sit there, bro.
He'll
sit in a tree for, when I say hours, I don't mean 2 or 3 hours.
No, I'm talking
this
about
motherfucker
12
will get up
hours, maybe 24 if he on a good hunting trip.
at the butt crack of dawn, bro, before the sun come up.
Yep.
He'll climb that fucking tree and wait for a deer to come by.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter how long it takes, how cold it is. He'll dress for the weather.
Yep.
He'll bring enough provisions to sit in that fucking tree and wait for his prey to come to pass.
That's real. That's real.
You know?
That's
so
real.
So Esau don't mind playing the waiting game.
Yep.
You know, and that's just what he's doing.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he's done. He's played the waiting game on you, Jakes, to allow your generations to fall, generation by generation by generation by generation.
Yep.
And trust me, he's sitting back right now, chomping at the fucking bits to make it all come to an end so that he can sit back and enjoy his steak.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
That's exactly what he's sitting back waiting to do. He's waiting to put you, Jakes, under subjection by introducing you to a system that will keep you in perpetual slavery.
Yep.
You know, and that's that MOTB.
That's it, bro.
You know, I got a precept, Brother Kashaw. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths. Go ahead, bro.
That's exactly what the Israelites should be doing at this time. You know, because we know this society ain't for us. So we should be looking to where, especially in the age of information. You niggas are just fucking lazy, man. In the age of information, somebody will drop some heavy knowledge on you, and you'll just shut it off. Especially when it just comes to who you are as a person, which none of you Israelites really do that kind of research. But that's what the scriptures talk about. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. You know, but Israel don't even consider, you know, who the fuck they are. You know, the saying in the world is, got to know where you're going. You got to know where you come from. Yeah. You know, and we gotta seek the old path. You know,
for there's no new thing under the sun.
That's it, bro.
And if there is anything new, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will tell us before they spring forth.
That's it. Just like right now, the Lord's telling you, hey, MOTB is on the way. This man is about to try to fulfill his enterprise. You know, these new things that the Lord that are springing forth. Hey, the Lord has given us those mysteries. Call Allah, how about Shmi al-Shah for those mysteries? You know, and we been freely given. We want to freely give it. Hey, but a vast majority of the world just shuns this off. You know?
Oh, you niggas don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, y'all niggas is
y'all
stupid.
preach hate.
Y'all conspiracy theorists. Oh, Alex Jones is y'all main prophet. You know? Hey, fuck y'all niggas, man. We'll see. You know?
Very soon, you will know that a prophet has been among you.
That's it. That's it.
You know? Let me finish this up and we can close out unless you have
Con, I got one. We can close on this because it'll go tie into your lesson.
All right, Con. So let's... Going back into the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and 16. And it reads, and see and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? And walk therein. And you shall find rest for your souls. But they said we will not walk therein. You know? A lot of you jakes ain't walking or even looking for the old path. You know? The brother just brought out a little while ago, you know? Jake is, what'd you say? Destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because if you had the knowledge and understanding and wisdom and understanding, then you would know that if you sought the old paths, it will lead you in the right way. You know? It will make your life so much simpler. But a lot of you jakes love turmoil, you know, you love lustful things, you know, you love living in the flesh. You love living in the flesh and you know you love Babylon the Great. That's why in the time of Jacob's trouble, as a matter of fact, let me get this and then the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth prevail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?
What is that going to be? Those effeminate men who didn't want to take heed to good counsel while sitting right in front of them, man. You know? Hey, the Lord's telling you everything you need to know right now, so when that time of trouble does come, you won't be effeminized and the chariots will bypass you. Like, who is this weak nigga? You know? This ain't the spirit of the Lord. This man weak as fuck. You know? Hey, he ain't even been building himself up to know what's coming down the pipeline.
Not at all.
You know? So therefore you niggas are effeminate.
As a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
That's it. Who was that talking about? Those men who are doing all they can now to be found in the Lord's grace.
Set a mark on the heads of the men, sign and cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Who are the only ones that sign and cry for the abomination that be done in the midst? The true hopeful elect. You know? Because a lot of camps as well, they really don't go into the wickedness that's playing out in this world like us. You know, we touch on everything. That's why the scriptures say, "Be not ignorant in any matter, small or great." You know, and we consider everything and we call it all out. You know, we laying it all out on the table. You other guys, you got narratives. You know, it's all about debate, money, things of this nature, and that's gonna be to your demise, which is feminine as well. You know, a wanting to be looked at for your outward appearance is also feminine. You know, and a lot of guys is doing that who are into this truth for clickbaits and want to be seen of men or be like, oh yeah, he brought that out, yeah, or he cut that nigga. You know, that shit is effeminate. If you want that from a guy, you know, you've got your consolation right here. You know, and when salvation's being passed out, you may not get it. You know, but this is you have more.
Nah, bro, you good.
This 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. It says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High?" He says, "Be not deceived, neither fornicators," and this is the list of the things that are happening with us that we sigh and cry about on a daily basis. It says, "Be not deceived, neither fornicators," and that deception goes on heavy in this place. Fornication goes on heavy in this place. You know, it says, "Nor idolaters,
deep,
nor adulterers,
deep,
nor effeminate,
deeper,
nor abusers of themselves with mankind."
Deep.
Super freaks. You know, And these are the people who will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. Let me just keep going.
Jake was bringing robots in the room in the 70s.
Exactly. Exactly. It says, nor thieves, nor covetous. We talked about that covetous earlier. Nor drunkard, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. You know, so the Lord has given you a laundry list of things what not to be on this side. So it's not like the Lord hasn't laid out what his requirements are for men and women, how to operate on the face of the earth. You know,
That's a beautiful thing to see, bro.
Nah, for real, I love it. It shows you that Deuteronomy 30:7 taking place. But
it's gonna fall right back on their ass.
It's fucking them up right now. But hey, man, no, you good. Hey, and that's beautiful because we seeing it right now. If you got the eyesight to see, that you can measure the times you see that the Lord is starting to deal with the nation of Israel again. You know, and he's starting to put these curses that he put on us onto our enemies. You know, so with that, you know, Esau's the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. You know, and we got a kingdom coming that's going to be dwelling in righteousness. You know, but with that, we're going to end off by giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakodash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.